Hello and welcome to another episode of the PHC Podcast with Mr. Harry Guman today. We are sitting down doing something a little bit different. We're going to go through Harry's top 20 changes, things you've learned in the last year that are going to help people improve in 2019.
That's right. I think one of the big things that we can all do when we are thinking about things that we wanted to share, I want to keep sharing that we're evolving, we're learning. We're adapting to our clients. So by sharing these 20 items with everybody, these are just 20 aha moments that I've had in my office that I said, and I want to share those, right? Because these are all the little anecdotal datas, points that I share with my clients at all times to remind them of, the struggles, the hardships, the good stuff, the bad stuff, and just letting them know that they're not anomalies. These are all the things that we're going to go through. And I think the little good 20 minutes, 1 minute, I think it's going to be great.
Let's do it. 3, 2, 1, go. First one.
What you need a follow-up.
You need a follow-up.
Anytime you have a program made, you need to make sure that someone is going to watch over you, and you need a follow-up to that appointment.
Okay.
Because if you make a program with no follow-up, it's a dream.
Okay. Boom.
2.
Are
you going to hit me that?
Go for it.
Okay. 2. You need a coach.
Okay.
Every successful person I've ever met has some form of coaching. So getting a coach will give you the opportunity to be able to 10 times your results if you're able to apply what they're coaching you.
Right.
And they're also able to strategically map out, listen to you, and communicate the plan backwards and making sure that you stick to that plan.
Right.
And it can also protect you, sorry for my language, the mind fuck.
Yeah.
Right? That you think that you may not be achieving results,
right,
but you may be achieving the result. But having someone to bounce ideas off us can be a game changer for your result.
Okay. And are you talking coach in all aspects of life or just nutrition?
Nutrition is good. I have a business coach. I have a health coach. I have I don't have a training coach right now, but I usually do. Sometimes I do have someone just to kind of make me a program. So it's okay.
Yeah. Get a little up higher.
Okay. A little higher.
There you go. Okay. Perfect.
So, having any type of coaching, I think that at some point of life, you always need someone to help you through a specific problem or an issue, or to get you're in a good state. Now, what would be the next thing that they could help you out to get to even better?
Right.
Or there's a problem coming from that good change that you've made.
That makes sense. Okay. Sweet. Number 3.
Here's a very big bang for the buck change. You need to find 20 recipes. You see, the big thing that people are unaware of is that the 20 recipes that they're currently making are actually a part of their current health complaints. Because you're going to have your go-to recipes that you go to that aren't working towards your goal.
Right.
So if you have the opportunity to do research and development on new recipes, then you're going to have those foods in the house at all times, which are then ready for your goal because you found how to make them very quickly, and then the food's always in the house.
Right.
So now your chances of going backwards long-term is less. It's actually, I personally believe it's probably the biggest lesson learned. That to me is a big time builder of your perfect eating plan, is making sure that you find 20 new recipes that fit your goals.
Nice. Okay, cool. Number 4.
It's okay if your goal changes.
Describe that.
A lot of people come into my office saying, I want fat loss.
Okay.
A lot of people come into my office not realizing that it's their energy that's blocking them from losing fat.
Right.
A lot of people will say that I just want to lose fat. But then they realize later on, a month later, that they actually don't want to lose fat. They need to fix their digestion. So it's okay if the first goal when you come in is not the goal it may not be the goal that you realize is the most important in 2 weeks. So it's okay to change the goal.
Change and adapt. Right. Gotcha. Okay. Number 5.
You cannot be in fat loss phase all year round. Very big statement.
What is fat loss phase?
Meaning that you cannot think that you're going to lose weight every month for the whole year.
Right.
Because you need to take a break. And in the bodybuilding world or the strength and conditioning world, they call it periodization.
Yeah.
Meaning that there's a different focus for every month. Meaning it could be strength, it could be body composition, it could be structural balance, it could be some kind of injury repair or some kind of rebuilding. We have to think of the same thing in nutrition.
Right.
The one thing we do know is that fat loss is like working overtime in your social, mental health, right? Meaning that when you go out with friends and you're trying to lose or you're trying to prepare to specifically look a certain way, you're going to need to give up food with your friends.
Right.
you're going to need to make sure that mentally you know that you're going to do this for the next month.
Make these sacrifices.
That's correct. But knowing that you're not going to do that all year round is important because you can't live like that.
Right.
And if you try to be all year round, you're just going to burn yourself out and then it's going to dwindle. So you cannot be in fat loss phase all year round.
You hit that right to the second. Number 6.
Make sure you pick the right goal for the right month.
Okay.
One of the biggest mistakes that people make is they don't look at their month,
Right.
then look at their goals.
Right.
So someone will say, I need to lose 10 pounds fast.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'll say to them, what does your social calendar look like this month?
Right.
6 traveling trips. Okay. Well, where are you going? Have you been there before? Is this easier? So you have to go through all those
Right.
different questions. Or I have 6 weddings coming up this month. Okay, well, that might not be the right goal for that right month.
Right.
It may be, how do we just get you through this month maintaining, make sure that we have a focus to build a better platform. So making sure that the goals align with the right time period of the month or of the year for you is very important to your long-term success because we don't want to create negative feedback loop.
Right.
You don't want to fail, and then it just keeps spiraling from there.
Right.
Okay?
Cool.
So pick the right goal with the right month.
Number 7.
People need frequency.
Okay.
One of the new programs that we're offering in the new year is called our Accelerator program, where they come in every week with a new goal. So every week you come in for 30 minutes. What I'm starting to realize is that in specific phases that clients work with me, they may need to see me once a week, once every 2 weeks, once every 3 weeks, or once every 2-3 months.
Right.
So frequency to a specific goal can be very helpful because you can, when you're in, let's say, a weight loss phase, it's sometimes nice to say, let's do this for the next 10 days, then come back in, we'll show you the result. So you don't have to think 15, 16, 17 days.
Right.
You're not overthinking, oh, I can't do this forever. The goal is that you're not doing it forever because you're going to see me in 10 days again.
Right.
So having appointment frequency or changing around the structure of the way that's going to give you the best opportunity to achieve that goal is very good, but you have to know yourself and the practitioner, and you got to work together on that.
That makes
I have
sense.
some clients once every 6 weeks, then all of a sudden we'll see them once every like 4 or 5 days.
Right.
Just to
Frequency.
make sure that their frequency, because they don't want to get out of they want to keep the positive feedback loop
Right.
going.
Okay. Number 8.
Science is not the end all.
Okay.
Right? So
Let's
a
go
lot of
with that.
people like to use science in theory. I think it's great. But what happens when we start to learn thyself? Right? So for example, eggs, one of the healthiest foods in the world. For me, I cannot eat eggs. I feel awful. I feel disgusting, bloated, gassing, you name it, can't do it. And a lot of people say, well, food sensitivity testing doesn't work. But why are we not listening to our bodies first? Right? So, I'll meet 100 people. 80 people hopefully will say they like me. 10 people will say, didn't mind them. 10
Yeah.
might hate me.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Why can't food have the same kind of appeal?
Right.
Right?
Oh, that's a good way to think about it.
A lot of people look at science in theory, but then they don't look at their life. So, for example, ketogenic diet. Okay, it works. Good science. But it may not work for your lifestyle.
Right.
And what happens if you feel like garbage?
Right.
Just like people say to me, quinoa is so healthy,
Yeah.
but I get diarrhea from it. Okay, so maybe it's not healthy.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's okay.
Yeah.
So sometimes theory and science is good, and I like to use it. We use a lot of it in our office. But the problem is sometimes we've got to look at your life.
Yeah.
We look at your goal, and then we look at what's going to work best for you to start making moves towards that goal. And
Right.
sometimes you can't use science and theory. In one aspect, you've got to use 3 or 4 different types of styles to get you to your goal.
Right. Okay. Number 9.
Collect data.
Okay.
Make sure. A lot of people say to me, oh, I did this diet, didn't work. Or I did that, it didn't work. I said, okay, did you get your body fat tested before and after? No. So how do you know it didn't really work?
Right.
Right? Or, Harry, I'm not feeling well. My energy levels are low. Okay, well, you haven't filled out your food log in 5 days. Well, how do we know what you ate?
Right.
Collecting data gives us the opportunity to review, gives us the opportunity to look at research and development on you. And it also gives us the opportunity to be able to ask questions to say, okay, where did the energy levels drop?
Right.
Right? Was it maybe because you ate pizza?
Right.
Now you know that when you eat pizza, you don't have energy for 3 days.
Right.
But if you ate a taco, you're fine the next day.
Yeah.
Okay, so collect data, food logs, body fat testing, make up your own note profile. Right? One of my clients just came in the other day. This was what we collected data on her. She said she went away on a trip. She had a hard time getting back on track. No problem. I said, next time you get your food catered. So when you land, your food's back waiting for you. 2, we book you in 7 days after for a body fat test and an appointment with me, and you write down your food logs for 7 days. She's like, that would have got me back on track faster.
Nice.
Collecting the data, reviewing it with your practitioner, finding out where the breakdown was, then making that protocol, putting it into your health book of notes is amazing, because now you have the data collected for your healthy yearbook of what you need to figure out for you that gets you healthy long term.
Nice. 10.
Write it down.
Okay.
Right? So food logging to me is very important. Right? Anytime people say to me, you know, I'm not feeling well, or I don't know why my body fat's going up, or I'm feeling like I have cramps or I have bloating, I'll say, well, you didn't write it down. What did you expect? Right? People will say, oh, I'm following the program. In my experience, I've had people come into my office and say they eat healthy before they walk through my door.
Right.
But they never wrote it down.
Right.
Then when they write it down for those first 5 days, they start to realize.
Yeah.
They're like, okay, yeah, I'm not eating healthy 100% of the time. Most of the time, 50% people have a really good platform.
Right.
The other 50% is kind of out of nowhere. Right? So the key for us is making sure that you write down what you eat on a daily basis is probably the best return on investment for dietary changes. And it also helps you work with your practitioner better, because you can fine tune your programming for that specific result.
Right.
Classic example, one of my clients, we couldn't figure out why every Thursday night she cheated. We realized after that her daughter had piano. So we made a protocol change of saying, you wrote it down, this is exactly every week where you have the worst meal. So now we could make it so that we had a takeout or we had something delivered at that specific time point that made it for her to be successful. If she didn't write down, we would have never known that it's Thursday nights that are her off meals.
Right. Number 11.
You don't need as many supplements as you think you do.
Okay.
Focus on the foundation, right? First thing you should ask yourself, do I poop every day? No? Then chances are you don't need creatine. Look at digestive enzymes, glutamine, probiotics.
Right.
I need energy boosters.
Right.
No. First look at your sleep. Do you wake up more than 2 seconds? Do you feel recovered? No. Maybe take some magnesium and focus on ensuring that you're looking at which system or foundational issue is there. Focus on that. Don't start taking supplements to do the Band-Aids.
Right.
We have tons of clients, for example, who take protein powder. We take them out. They don't even notice a difference.
Right.
You don't need as many supplements as you think you do.
12.
There is no right time to start.
Okay.
Right? Big thing. A lot of people say to me, so it's funny. We have clients who are starting right now in December. And I always say that's actually the best time to start. Everybody's like, oh, no, I'm going to have lots of parties. No. They're going to be able to learn something more in this December than they are going to be able to learn something in January. They're going to learn how to navigate between 15 parties. Whereas in January, you may not have 15 parties. So, or in January, you're going to be in the ideal time. In December, you're not in the ideal time. Either way, there's no right or wrong time to start, because you're only just delaying the process. And every time you look for the perfect time, come on.
You're just making excuses.
That's the standard rule. Like, no, we don't say excuses in the office, nor do we say there is no such thing as an excuse in my office. Either A, you haven't changed your mind, or B, you haven't devoted the time to wanting the change.
Nice.
Right? Because it's much better. Then it's black and white. You know what's happening.
13.
It's harder than you think. I think one of the big things that you have really helped me by sharing these podcasts and getting me to put them out together is that it's not the Instagram lifestyle of, I lost 30 pounds, look at me in 30 days. Well, let's see what you look like 180 days after.
Yeah.
And I'm going to almost guarantee that they're probably not going to look the same. Average fat loss we see in our office is weight loss, is 10 to 18 pounds per year. That's off like, I would say, an average person. Now, obviously, as there's more weight on the person, we can see up to 30 to 50 pounds. But it's very hard.
Yep.
And a lot of people are unaware of the emotions that you're going to go through, the crying, the happiness, the frustration. And I think that that's where I'm really trying to, and we are as a company, and we're trying to really get people to understand that it's hard work.
Yep.
It takes time. My line of the week has been, it took 22 years to build the Taj Mahal.
Yeah.
And it became one of the 7 wonders of the world. It's the same thing with your body. It's just going to take time.
Cool. 14.
The leaner you get, the more you got to give up.
Okay.
The harder it gets. So in the beginning, for example, some of our clients will come in and they'll do class pass workouts. So that means they're just going to show up to, like any gym and maybe do like a body pump. Great. in the beginning, good nutrition, you're going to lose. But as you start to get leaner, it gets harder and you have to give up more. And then it's going to be much more periodized and structured. So that means that if I have a client right now as a male who's 15 to 16% and we're stuck there for let's say 3 times, he's stuck at that specific body fat, then I'll say, okay, now what we got to do is we got to take a step back and plan out each month nutritionally with your workouts. So are you in hypertrophy? Are you in fat loss? Are you in structural balance? Are you in lactic acid? What are you doing each month? Because now we've got to take a step backwards, and we've got to say we're going to break through this plateau. Not this month. We almost need to take a break now. Maybe go up 1% of body fat, and then go down 2% body fat in 2 months.
Right.
We've got to restructure, and we've got to understand that the leaner you get, the less meals off you'll need. But you can retrain yourself. The other thing is, leaner you get, you can have some more meals off once you've retrained yourself to be there.
Right. 15.
Your language is more than you think. Okay, so there's 168 hours in a week. Let's say 10 to 12 hours you're going to be eating. You're going to sleep for, let's say, 7 to 9. Okay, so there's 1/3 of there's probably 120 hours, 100 hours gone. The language you use is going to be used all moment of the day.
Right.
So if all you say is, I'm negative, ugh, I look disgusting, or I can't do this, or this is too hard, or do I have to do this for the rest of my life? If the language is always negative, we know that's going to block your flow state faster. So you're never going to get to the result faster, because we have to first deal with your language, then your mindset, then your habit, then what you're choosing to eat. But because you haven't changed your mind, your language is going to join that, and it makes it harder for us to be able to get you to that next level. So big thing for me is your language is much more than you think it is. It's something that it's very important to me, and we say it now in our office. Talk right is a big thing for us.
Okay. 16.
It takes longer to lose weight than it does to lose the weight.
Okay.
So losing weight, anybody can do at the end of the month.
Right.
But real weight loss,
Yeah.
completely
Forever
different.
weight loss. Yeah.
Forever weight loss is different.
Interesting.
And so what we always tell people is this, is that you've got to be, we can show you, a lot of people want a 10-pound loss in 1 month. I said, sure, we can do that. But just remember, if you go back up 5-6 pounds, it's going to take you double to lose that.
Right.
And the motivation gets harder, and then you get more, you lose willpower. After a while, you're like, oh man, it's getting harder and harder. Absolutely. So the key is, and I put a quote up in our personalized health center group. It says, you're not looking to get leaner, you're looking to live leaner.
Right.
Build a better platform, realize that you're trying to lose weight in a year and keep it off. Right?
Cool. 17.
A food sensitivity is more than just fixing your digestive system. A lot of people think that a food sensitivity is just going to affect your digestive system, meaning, okay, well, if I eat gluten, I get gas and bloating, right? But what happens in some cases, it actually could be more. I have clients that eat specific foods that don't get any digestive distress, but will have some kind of other subclinical symptom.
Right.
Example, client will drink red wine. No problems. She'll wake up to go pee in the middle of the night. Drinks white wine or vodka, never wakes up to go pee in the middle of the night. So red wine sparks her to get up to go pee. Another client will eat tomatoes, nosebleeds. You would never suspect that was going to be your thinking digestion.
Right.
Another, like my daughter, if she eats eggs, she breaks out in hives. Right. So it's skin. Everything doesn't always have to, sensitivity doesn't have to be just in regards to a digestive problem. It could show up somewhere else.
Right.
Another one of my clients, avocados, no coffee. If she eats avocados, she drinks 3 coffees a day. She doesn't eat avocados, she doesn't need coffee. So for her, energy disbalance. We have to not look at food from a one dimension. Look at it as all these foods you want to depict and see how you feel after them.
Right.
And then from there, start to build the best meal for you.
Right. 18.
You can never beat people's environments.
Okay.
So if your spouse is not supportive, if your friends are not supportive, if your job is negative, it's very difficult to fix their health.
Right.
Because nutritionally, now we do see success with it because we don't build diets, we build structural plans. But long term, we just see that the treats or the emotional eating is always there because there's a void, right? So if you're with a spouse that doesn't support you and is bringing chips, well, that's going to be hard, right? And if you're with friends who don't support you and don't want to go to different restaurants because they're just like, oh, we'll just order pizza and you're just going to have to eat it. They're not supportive of the changes you're looking to make.
Right.
It makes it harder. Very difficult for us to help you. And that's where I say it's either you have to change your language on how you explain to why you're doing it,
Mm-hmm.
or it's you're only as good as the 4 people you hang around with.
Right.
Right.
Okay. 19.
It's not one reason. It's multidimensional.
Okay.
So, for example, a lot of people say, Harry, I've gained weight because I don't work out. No, it's because you probably didn't sleep. It's probably because you're not pooping. It's probably because you're not picking the right food. You're not prepping food. It's a whole balanced thing. So if someone doesn't have time to work out, I'll say, well, that means something else doesn't have time for it. So always look at it from a multi-dimensional phase.
Okay.
We use eat right, poop right, sleep right, drink right, love right, talk right, move right as all of our phases of which we attack a body's foundation.
Gotcha. 20.
Energy is the root of healing.
Okay.
If you don't have energy, you will not eat good food, you won't prep good food, and you won't go to the gym. So if you're thinking about losing weight or you're thinking about changing your health, the first thing you have to do is an evaluation on your energy levels.
Right.
Where are you? 1 to 10.
Right.
1 meaning low, 10 meaning high. What are your energy levels like between different time periods? So 6 in the morning, 10 in the morning, high, medium, low. 10 till 2, high, medium, low. 2 till 6, high, medium, low. 6 till 10, high, medium, low. Make sure that it goes high, high, medium, low. That's the goal.
Right.
High from the moment you wake up till about 4 or 5 o'clock. Medium to get your tasks done. Low going to bed. If you don't have energy, you will not heal long term, because think about when you crave the worst food.
Yeah.
When you're tired.
Yeah.
When you don't prep.
Yeah.
You don't work out. Chances are long term body composition will suffer.
Nice. Okay. So that's 20.
20.
20 they can use, 20 they can learn from.
Yeah.
Take into 2019.
Hopefully it's only 20 minutes.
Hopefully it's only
Make
20
20
minutes. Oh, it's 20 minutes for sure.
perfect.
We stayed right on time.
Awesome.
It's perfect.
Well, that's good.
Anything you want to say to close this one out?
I just love what I do.
That's awesome.
And it's a lot of fun sharing all these little data points that I get. And when people actually get a chance to think about them, or they think about their journey, or they think about the struggles or the ups and downs they've been with, the cool part is they're not an anomaly. And I think that by more people sharing information that's actually really happening, not the fancy stuff, right? It's just simple good work, and a lot of people just need to know the ups and downs that go behind it. And I'm just happy to share these aha moments. I love sharing these aha moments.
That's awesome.
Right, they're a lot of fun. So hopefully we can do more of these.
Yeah, for sure. All right, cool. Thank you
Thank
guys
you.
for listening. Talk to you later.